All right, so the principle of the dark, the principle of the dark. When you are unaware of someone's motive, you always assume a negative. I want you to really think about that. When you're unaware of someone's motive, you always assume a negative. Let me give you an example. So I lived in Tampa, Florida for about 3 years. During that 3-year period of time, I traveled for a living. So I was on the road. So Tampa International Airport was a close friend of mine. And so if I was traveling domestically, I would drive myself to the airport, I would park at the airport, and then I would charge the client for the parking. If I was traveling overseas, I would have my wife drive me to the airport, and so I didn't have to charge the client for an extended period of time for parking, which made no sense whatsoever. So this is my typical drive to the airport. I would make a left on Barrow Drive, I'd make a right on Burrington, I'd make a left on Ehrlich, I'd go down about 3 miles, I'd get on the Veterans Expressway, and then 5 miles later I was at Tampa International Airport, bing, 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 bing. Real simple, real simple. So I was actually traveling to India for this business trip with Hewlett Packard. And if you know anything about traveling to India, you have to wake up at the crack, of dawn, early. And I didn't want my wife to have to wake up that early. So I had a friend of mine that drove a cement truck. And if you know anything about people that drive cement trucks, they get up super early, they get those trucks filled, and they're just shooting mud out at 6 o'clock in the morning at the job site. So they're there super early. So I asked my friend to do it. He said, "I got you, Kim, don't worry about it." So he comes pick me up. We make a left on Barrow Drive, make a right on Burrington, make a left on Ehrlich. We go down about 1.5 miles to Lynn Anderson Road, and he makes a left turn. So what am I thinking? I am thinking, where are you going? I'm going to be late. So I asked him, I said, "Hey man, where are you going? I'm going to be late." He said, "Oh, you didn't hear? The Veterans Expressway is backed up. There's an oil tanker that turned over. That thing's going to be clogged up for about 5 hours. You would never get there. I have to go the back way." I said, "Okay." So you see the difference? If he had told me ahead of time, I would not have assumed a negative. So all you loan officers out there, producing sales managers, branch managers, leaders, typically the industry says these 3 things. We have the best rates, we have excellent customer service, and we close on time. If you didn't do those 3 things, guess what? You wouldn't be in business. So if you are listening to this and you are struggling, if your rates aren't where you think they should be, if you feel like you are on an island, if you feel like you're not getting the coaching that you need, the growth that you anticipated, please DM me. Please DM me because we are growing, we are hiring. This market hasn't done much to us because 80% of our business was purchase business to begin with. So I would love, love, love to have a conversation with you. And if nothing more, we would meet a new person in our lives. So once again, DM me if you're interested in having a conversation. Take care.